Hello guys, welcome back to the series. Today we're going to be making Dalgona from a Squid game. So let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't already watched the video on how to make a red light, green light, then make sure you go and do so. Because for this to work you'll need to build the first game, red light, green light. But in the end, I guess you could just make this in one project. But we're going to be adding it to this. So enough yapping, and let's get started. So before we get started, we are going to have to make some changes to some already existing sprites that we have here. So let's just get started in that. So we're going to add a new code. It's when I receive a new message called finish red light, and we're going to repeat 25 times, and we're going to change volume by -5, and then we're going to stop other scripts in the sprite, and then we're going to go up here, we're going to put in a show, and then set volume to 100, just like this. And then we need another one, when I receive Dalgona, so new message called Dalgona, and we're gonna do hide, like that. And then for the player, we have to add like 3 scripts over here, so we'll do when green flag clicked, forever, if touching finish, then we're going to wait 2 seconds, and then broadcast finish red light, and then when I receive finish red light, stop other scripts in the sprite. And then we want to do when I receive Dalgona, hide, just like this. And then for this finish, we'll do when I receive Dalgona, hide, and then when I receive finish red light, stop other scripts in the sprite. Now for the display, the one that looks like this, we're going to do when I receive finish red light, stop other scripts in the sprite, and then when I receive Dalgona, hide. And then we're going to do, yeah, that will basically be all for that. Alrighty, now that will be all for already existing. Well, actually, let's do this eliminated thing. We're gonna make a new variable called Dalgona timer. We're gonna make this a large readout, and for the time being, or actually forever, we're going to rename this to red light timer, so we know which different timers are what. So we're going to hide variable Dalgona timer, and then over here hide variable red light timer, just like that. And that's basically all for these, for real this time. Alright, now we're going to go to our asset project, and I updated it so we can have all the Dalgona costumes, as you can see. And let's just pull in the fade. Let's get this fade. Go back to here, pull this in, and then what we're going to do is when green flag clicked, go to X00, set ghost effect to 100 and then hide. And then when I receive finish red light, I want to go to front layer, show, and then repeat 25 times. Change ghost effect by 5 or -5. Just like that. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to wait 2 seconds. Broadcast Dalgona. Repeat. We can just duplicate this. And then we're going to do, instead of -5, 5. +5. Now let's work on the needle. So we're just going to grab this. Pull that in. Make sure that that's in the middle still. And then we're going to do when green flag clicked. Hide. Go to front layer. Forever. Go to mouse pointer. And then when I receive eliminated, stop other scripts in the sprite. And over here, when I receive Dalgona, we will show this. So let's take a look at our project here. We're gonna put this into test mode. So I'll go to the player, and instead of 0.5, I'm gonna do 5. And then I'm gonna remove this for now. Make sure you change these back at the end. Oh, we gotta do -5. Whoops. So just go over here, fade out, we'll show this. And we're gonna work on this, the variable showings in a second. So before we get into anything else, click into the backdrop and we're gonna do when green flag clicked, switch backdrop to red light, show variable red light timer. And then when I receive finish red light, hide variable red light timer. Then when I receive Dalgona, switch backdrop to, we'll grab this Dalgona backdrop. And then we gotta go a little bit like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. But now I can switch backdrop to Dalgona. And then we can start working on the clones. Alright. Wait, hold on. Put a show here. And then also a show here. I almost forgot about that. Alright, now we should be good. Alright, so now let's pull the clones into here. Clone sprite. Pull into here, and this is where it gets tricky because we're using clones and there's a lot of code to this. I'd say around like, there's 62 blocks in here. And so let's just get started. When green flag clicked, hide variable Dalgona timer, and then when I start as clone, show forever. We're going to pull in an and. Oh, we gotta put an F and then another and into here, just like this. And we're gonna do touching mouse pointer and mouse down and if counted is equal to 0, and that should automatically make the variables for you, by the way. We're going to start sound Dalgona effect, switch costume to complete, set counted to 1, change completed. There's no completed in here, so just make a new variable called completed for all sprites, like that. We're going to change completed by 1. Then on here we're going to do when I receive Dalgona, set completed to 0, set counted to 0, and then forever if completed equals 150. We're going to do wait 2 seconds and then broadcast a new message called Dalgona pass, like that. Alright, now I'm going to go over here. When I receive Dalgona, we're going to show variable Dalgona timer. Show variable Dalgona timer. Go to X 4, Y 50. Seems random, but trust me, it's not. And we're going to do switch costume to complete, not complete actually. Hide, and then we're going to make a new block. Draw triangle. Run without screen refresh, and we're going to put that at the end here. And let's start coding up this block. So we'll do repeat 50 times, change X by 1, change Y by -1.75, and then create clone of myself. And then we'll duplicate this, and instead we'll just do a change X by -2. And then one more repeat. We're going to do change X and change Y, and for this we're going to do 1 and then +1.75. So make sure all of this is right. Okay, now we'll move on to the last bits. So when I receive Dalgona, set Dalgona timer to 10 seconds, so you have 10 seconds to complete it. Seems like a little bit, but it's that perfect balance. So we're going to do repeat until Dalgona timer equals 0. Wait 1 second, change Dalgona timer by -1. And then when I receive Dalgona, forever, if, oh, don't delete those, that was close. If, and then we're going to put an and then not, and then an equals in both of them like this. For this one we're going to do 150 and this one 0, and we're going to do completed here, Dalgona timer here. Then we're going to broadcast eliminated, and then when I receive eliminated, stop other scripts in this sprite. Now we can do the actual cookie shape, but first let's just make sure these clones actually work. And for this, we gotta make sure we show the display. Sorry about that. So go over here, fade out, fade back in, and then it shows this. And I can't really go in full screen in that because I'm half screen. So I can like copy off my code from the side, but you can try that out. Just mouse down on the shape to complete it. I can kind of show it. It also makes a cool little noise when you do it. So yeah. Alright, now we gotta do the cookie, as I said before. So we'll go into the assets and we'll pull in this cookie sprite. Believe it or not, there's actually code that we have to do to this. So when green flag clicked, go to X00, hide, go to back layer, and then when I receive Dalgona, show, and then when the sprite clicked, broadcast eliminated. And then over here, when I receive eliminated, stop other scripts in the sprite. Alright, now we can move on to the arm, which is optional, but I think it's really cool. So we will pull this arm into here. Make sure it's the entire sprite. And then make sure it's like this down there and not in the middle of the screen. Now the code for this is pretty simple. When green flag clicked, hide, forever, go to mouse pointer, and then when I receive Dalgona, show, alright, when I receive Dalgona, show, and then when I receive eliminated, stop other scripts in the sprite. And if you haven't noticed, we're doing this for almost every single sprite. When I receive eliminated, stop other scripts in sprite. So let's see what this looks like. So we complete this game. Fades out, fades back in. We have this arm that can follow our mouse pointer with the needle, and we just have to cut out the shape. And if you don't complete it within 10 seconds, then you die. So yeah, this is full screen recommended, but you know what we can actually do? I can show you this now. So we just go into here, completed the game. Satisfying. Like that. But if we don't complete it in time, look what happens. We're trying to complete it, right? Oh no, so hard. We don't complete it in time. And we get eliminated. And also, if our mouse is down on the cookie, you'll be eliminated as well. So this is how to make Dalgona. We finished it. And if you have any bugs in your game or questions, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section. And next episode, we'll be doing Tug of War, which is probably going to be the hardest. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, bye-bye.